Hey everyone, my name is Dan, aka Newbie's Hagrid, and I am a Charizard collector. Today I'm going to go through the process of how I sell cards through eBay. So when I was first going through this, it was hard for me to figure out where all the buttons were, how to change printers, and come up with labels. So it was very difficult when I started, and I couldn't find any good videos on it, so that's why I'm making the video today. This applies to anything that you are selling. I'll go through the entire process of listing the item, auctions, shipping, descriptions, everything that all involves. And any of the type of the items that I do have that'll help me along the way, like my scale, my printer, my shipping supplies, I'll list all of those in the description below. Link to them. I usually use Amazon for all my supplies. I am in the logistics business, so I'm very familiar with shipping. Cutting costs, anything like that. So let's get started. So I'm on my eBay. It automatically logged me in. If you do not have an account, go ahead and create one. Once you're logged in, you'll see the hi up top. My name is Dan, so it says hi Dan. So the first thing I want to do is I want to sell. So up top here, I want to sell something. So I'm going to click on sell. It's going to bring me to the page. You can learn about basics, anything like that. It's very helpful throughout the whole process. If you're selling for the first time, just go ahead and do it. That's my best advice to give to you, is to just go ahead and do it. It was hard for me, like I said, to start, but now it's very easy. So what I'm going to do first, I'm going to click on list an item. So it's very self-explanatory for the most part, so tell us what you're selling. So once I start typing in, it's going to give me suggestions on what is it that I'm actually trying to sell. So this is a Snorlax, Legendary. So Legendary Collection Reverse Hollow Snorlax. That's exactly the item that I want to sell. So I'm going to click on that, and then I'm going to hit search. So it says find a match. All right, so right here it says add details to sharpen your results. Card name, it says reversal. The card name is Snorlax. So that's going to sharpen the results even more. The character is Snorlax. The rarity is a reverse hollow, and the set is Legendary Collection. So here you'll see top picks for the product library. So you want to find something as close as possible to what you have. So mine is Pack Fresh. I pulled it in a recent video. So it's basically near mint. I wouldn't classify it as mint because I do see, a little bit of off-centering and things like that. So near mint works fine for me. I don't see... So this, I'll just go with this top result here. So Pokemon TCG Snorlax Legendary Collection. 64 is the number of the card. Reverse Hollow Uncommon. So I'll click on that just to use as a basis. It's not going to, you can change and edit anything. You go from there. So select the condition of your item. It's going to be used. Continue to listing. So it's going to take that title that I grabbed from that, and then I can choose to edit it here if I want. So Pokemon TCG. So I do want Pokemon TCG, so I'm going to remove that, but I want Snorlax to be first. Snorlax Legendary Collection, 64 out of 110. I like to put that because when I'm searching for Charizards, since I buy Charizards, I like to put that in, and it'll automatically go to the card that I want. So I want that in there. So Snorlax Legendary Collection, 64 of 110. Reverse Hollow. I don't care for the uncommon part, but I'll put Pokemon TCG, and I'll put Wizards of the Coast, because that is the manufacturer of this item. So it says item specific, select specific details about your item. So I'm going to change that. It's asking me if it's graded. So graded, no, this is not a graded item. If it was, I would select yes. Condition is used, Pokemon TCG. Card type, it is a Pokemon. It is from Legendary Collection. Card condition, I will say near mint or better. Right here it says more recommended, so that it can give you more attributes to help better search for your item if somebody's looking for it. So it is a reverse holographic. Manufacturer, Wizards of the Coast. Is it on here? So I'll select Wizards of the Coast. Card number 64. Alright, so that's good enough for me. I'll see if there's anything down here. That's pretty cool. It has the HP autofill. It is 90 HP. Alright, so that looks good for me. So I got my title. It explains what I'm selling, what the card number is. It's a reverse holo. You know, that makes a big difference between like what you're selling and what you're trying to pull. If I didn't put reverse is actually you know, more expensive than the regular holo, whereas some other items the holo is more expensive than the reverse. But in this case, Legendary Collection, their reverse holos are beautiful, amazing. They look great, so they're more desirable. So next, I'm going to add pictures from my computer. So it actually went right to my Snorlax. So I have all these pictures. I'm going to select all of them, however which way you want, Control A, anything like that. What happened there? I accidentally duplicated it somehow. But I want them in a specific order. Hopefully they stay this way. So put them up. And of course it just went any which way it wanted. So I'm waiting for these to upload. So I need to move them around, and I also need to spin them. So let's spin them first. You can use this button right here. You gotta wait for it to load first. Then I'll explain why I took the pictures that I did once we're done spinning these. It allows up to 12 pictures. I currently have 11. Okay, so this is the main photo. So I want to pull this picture over. And I'll click on that. This is my main. That's the picture that you're going to see first when you search for the item, if you were searching for this item. Now I want the two corners, which is good. I don't want the back yet. I want the bottom corners. The back. So this is all good. The rest of this is good. So my reasoning for doing this, I want to show you what the card looks like. I want to show you the top corner, top two corners, top two bottom corners, or bottom two corners, the back, and then all four corners of that, as well as an angled picture. So an angled picture will show, and not so much on this reverse holographic, but like any type of imperfections and you know, any type of print lines, anything like that. It's very hard with these Legendary Collection because it's so shiny. I also use a light box that helps, you know, with the lighting. A lot of major companies use it for their online posts. I like the red background. If I had a white background, it would look better. We could take out the stand and then have a shadowless picture, and you could change the background anytime you want. I do like the red background, so that's what I stuck with. And if you want a shadow box, I'll list that down in the description below as well. So description. Description is optional. So since I did make a video of this and I posted it to my YouTube, I'm actually going to take that video and embed it into my description. So that's fine how it is. Legendary Collection 64110. It's basically taking my title and bringing it down to the description. Please see video below. So with that, so what you're going to need to do that is you're going to need a link from YouTube and also an HTML converter. So I'm going to show the HTML editor. And then I'm going to grab my video from YouTube, which is my Legendary Collection Pack. I'm going to get a shareable link. So now it's copied to my clipboard. I'm going to use this site to convert my YouTube video into that HTML format. So it says paste your video number, URL, or code here. So I pasted it there. And then click to make eBay code button. So basically this is what it's going to look like. This is the thumbnail for my video. So I'm going to copy all this. Oh, that's not moving. Okay, and I'm going to go back to eBay. I'm going to paste it. So there we go. So it says Snorlax Legendary Collection 64110 Reverse Hollow. Please see video below. It says Pokemon TCG Wizards of the Coast Legendary Collection Pack. So that's where I pulled my Snorlax. So I'll have that in there. So price recommendation is a 7-day auction at $21.42 starting bid. I would highly suggest doing a 7-day auction if you're going to do an auction. In my case, I'm going to change it to a 5-day auction. I have to hit more options. I'm going to switch it to 5 days. The reason why I do that is because I do work. I do have a job, another job. So I like to end my auction on a Sunday. Hopefully the buyer pays, and then I can have it shipped out that Monday morning. So that it's super quick, very convenient, and I can get it all together while I'm not working. So starting bid, you can put it at whatever you want. Closer to the actual price, can have a good or bad side effect. People aren't sure sometimes when you put it too high, even though it could be around the price that it's worth. A lot more people are willing to jump on it if you have a low starting bid. So I'm going to start the bid at just $20. So here's a button that says allow offers. I don't allow offers for the most part. If it's something that I'm going to post with a buy and now price, I may allow offers, but not for an auction. I'll just let it go. Whatever it gets, and congratulations to that winner. If I allow offers, I'm just going to get lowball offers all day, and you'll have to, keep rejecting, replying back to them. They're still going to message you, even though you don't allow offers with offers. It's just how it is. So either way, you're still going to get it, but hopefully this deters some people. So since I want mine to end on Sunday, I'm going to schedule a start time of Wednesday at 7. So basically it's going to end on Sunday at the start time that I have. So since I'm going to start this Wednesday at 7:45 p.m., my listing is going to end the 14th, which is actually Monday. I'm trying to do a 3-day action. Oh. So I'm going to do a 3-day auction, so it ends on Sunday. So I have to change the date when I want the listing posted to Thursday and use a 3-day auction. Today was Tuesday when I started the video. That's why I'm a little bit confused. But I can't backdate it to then to have that auction, so I have to go with a 3-day. But like I said, I recommend a 7-day. It's yielded the most results for me. Definitely when I had it there, the lesser auction time, the less visibility that it does get. So I'm going to start this on Thursday, 7:45 p.m., and my listing will end Sunday, February 13th at 7:45 p.m. So that's good for me. I don't want a reserve price. If you wanted to enter one, go ahead and click on that. Now this is a 3-day duration. Like I said, I recommend 7. But in my case, I'm going to do a 3-day. You can also have a buy it now if you wanted to. You could omit the auction, don't even have an auction, have a buy it now price, whatever your price is, allow offers, anything like that. But I'm not going to have a buy it now price either. So I just want a straight auction. It's going to be 3 days. Whoever gets it, gets it. So shipping, here we go. Next step in the process. So I'm going to change my shipping. So packages cards are really light. So the packages, I'm going to use an envelope, a 4x6. So it is 3 ounces because I sell these all the time. So it's going to be a 4x6. And you can't put a 0 here, so it's going to be 1. 4x6 by 1. It's up to you if you want to pay the shipping or not. You could have the buyer pay for the shipping. Generally with these cards, if people want this card and they're bidding, they're okay. They can see how much they're going to have in shipping anyway. So they're already noticing what they want to bid and how much the shipping is, so that'll go into the price anyway. So I'm going to put buyer pays, calculated shipping, so between $4.50 and $5. You can click on more options if you need to. I'm not going to add any of those, so I'm going to skip over that. So I'm going to scroll up and look at it real quick, just to make sure that I have everything that I want in there. It'll give you tips too while you're going through, so it's a good length. Here's my description. Description should be pretty good. Hopefully the video works. And then I have shipping. So I'm going to list it. You can also preview it, so let's preview it first. So Snorlax, Legendary Collection, 64-110, Reverse Hollow, Pokemon TCG, Wizards of the Coast, WOTC. So here's all my pictures. So if I scroll through, it's just a preview. I'll do that in the actual listing. So here's all the item specifics that we put through. And there's my description. So we're going to list it. Success. Your listing will start February 10th at 4:45 or 1 p.m. Oh, okay, that's PST. But my time is Eastern, so that's where the difference is. All right. So I'm going to view my listing. So now I can see my, I can scroll through my items, my pictures, and that looks good for me. So there we go. Hey everyone, my name is Dan, aka Newbie's Hagrid, and I'm a Charizard collector. And there we go. So I have that embedded in my description. So if they want to see where the actual card came from, it's there. And it's really exciting. So again, I'll have this link in the description as well if you want to use that for any of yours. If you wanted to link a video to yours from YouTube, I will have that in there. So right now, I have to wait for this item to sell. So I'm going to cut this video right here, and then it'll pick up immediately as soon as the item sells, and I'll put them together in the same video. So just like that, it is now Sunday. This item is going to sell today. There's 3 hours and 2 minutes left of the auction. It is currently at $155.50 plus shipping. Sitting at 176 views, 18 watchers, and 9 bids. There isn't one thing that I forgot to mention, and one thing that I did not do. There's a button here called Promote Listing. This will boost the item's visibility with ads on listing pages of similar items. So if I wanted to, I could pay $2.49 to get that boosted up. Just for this video, I'm going to pay for it now. and promote it for $2.49. Ideally, this is something you want to do earlier on so that it could have more promotion, but we'll see what happens. Again, it's going to sell today. 3 hours. It's actually not 3 hours and 2 minutes, so even though it says 3 hours and 2 minutes here. When you go into the actual listing, there is 2 hours, 57 minutes, and 28 seconds left. So up here it says your item will sell. Of course, that's dependent on if the buyer pays or not. I did have an occasion where a buyer, just didn't pay at all, and I had to relist the item. So I'll block out any of the buyer's information that is seen on the screen. Currently, the highest bidder is up there. I'll block that out. Any information that needs to be blocked will be blocked. But we'll check back to this after it sells today. All right. That'll be right into the next video. Okay, so we're back. The auction is over and the buyer has paid. So it's very good for both parties when that happens. Like I said before, I did have a buyer back out of a deal by simply not paying. And I eventually had to relist the item. So I go back to eBay. Once the item sells, I'm going to go to selling. So here we have my Snorlax right on top. It says buyer paid with a check mark. And it asked me to print a shipping label. So I'm going to move my face over to the other side. So this is what I had trouble with before. I was using a normal printer to start. But then I switched over to a label printer. And I didn't know how to make 4x6 labels. It's actually over here in the order details where it says show more. If you click on that and you scroll down, it says print format 4x6. So that's where I needed to go change it. So if I click on change, you could change all your settings here to whatever you need. You could change your, you could do previews, anything like that. So that's where I need to change my label size. So since I set this up before, it should be good. So it's a 4x6 envelope. It does weigh 3 ounces. And the buyer selected USPS first class package. I'm going to throw my face back over the other side. Okay, so everything looks good. Like I said, I have a thermal label printer. You could use a regular printer and just adhere it to whatever package that you're using. I happen to be using an envelope, and I do have a label printer. I bought the label printer less than $100 on Amazon. Again, that's something I'll link below. So what do we have here? Printable label, pay with pending payouts. So it's going to actually pay for the label with, what it's sold for. So all I do is click on purchase label. And wait. Here we go. Again, I'll block out all the buyer's information. So Hot Label is the name of my thermal printer. I'm going to make sure it's on. Everything looks good. I'm going to print. And there we go. So I've got my label right here. And I also set up a shipping station over to the left of me. So I have my 4x6 label. I'm going to slap this label right on here. So I'll do that real quick. So it's adhesive, so I just have to slap it on. Make sure it's snug on all sides. And here's what the buyer purchased. So here's the card. I'm going to further protect it by using a PSA sleeve plastic protector. I'm going to slide it in there. And then it has a peel off to further adhere that as well. Okay, so that's done. And I'm also going to use a piece of cardboard that is folded. I'm going to place the card inside like so. And then I'm going to tape over the top. Once I find tape, of course. Okay, so we're back with tape. I did have more tape over to the left of me, but I don't want to open a new roll. So I ran up and got my roll. So I'm going to tape over the top. So now it's completely sealed in this piece of cardboard as well. And then I'm going to put it in the package. So with that slid in there, I'm going to remove the adhesive on my 4x6 envelope, fold it over, and that's it. Package is ready. So I will take this directly to the post office to obtain a receipt, and that will automatically update the tracking to have been received by the post office. So tracking will show that it is shipped as of right now. So if I look back here, go back to my orders, you can now see that this is updated with shipped. So I will have this shipped out today for the buyer. So it was a really good auction. The results did come very well. Even though I did promote it late, it got 198 views. It lasted 3 days. So that's good there. Just a recap of what I used and things to look out for. I used a photo box to take good photos. If you don't have one of those, well-lit area. Take many angles of your item that you're trying to sell. Get as much detail as you can in your descriptions, as well as all the information that is pre-filled. Make sure that is correct when it is pre-filled. Don't just go off of, what someone else put in there. It may be incorrect. Get a scale. Make sure you know the weight of your packages. If you don't have one, know the weight of your items. An envelope is very small and doesn't weigh much at all. You can pretty much find the weights of any of your items online. Food scale works. I did purchase a small package scale. I also have a big one for bigger items. So for the bulk of it, the only things I needed to purchase for a scale, I did spend a little bit extra for the printer. And then I bought envelopes and some tape. So I'm pretty much all set here. If you have any questions, let me know. Please consider subscribing, leaving a comment and a like. Let me know how I did, how I could have done better, anything like that. And have a great day.